Now we'll move on to history third lesson in volume 1, that is World War II. In the first lesson we discussed about World War I, so which took place between 1914 to 1918. Now we'll move on to the Second World War, which was started in the year 1939 and which was ended in the year 1945. So during this period, the world has experienced many wars, but we consider only World War I and World War II. So the reasons are two, that is extended area of conflict, that means the war extended to many countries, and the second one is because of the high death rate, we consider only World War I and also World War II. So during the World War II, the human loss was 20 million, so where 9.7 million were soldiers, and the second one is the financial loss of the Second World War was 5 times higher than the First World War. And during that period, the country's people who were captured or prisoned, they were tortured and they were killed in the prison. So there was a bloody conflict between the countries during the World War II. Now we'll see the causes and also the effects of the World War II. So the main reason for Second World War was Germany and also Japan. So now we'll see for what reason Germany wanted to have this Second World War. The first reason is, we already know during 1919, that is at the end of the First World War, all the countries, they have established a treaty which is known as Treaty of Versailles. So this Treaty of Versailles contains the conditions on which all the countries have to obey such rules. So according to this Treaty of Versailles, the 3 reasons made Germany to conduct this Second World War. The first reason is Germany have to give up its territories. That means according to this treaty, that is the Treaty of Versailles, Germany was forced to release all the places which was captured by Germany. And the second one is Germany armed forces limited. So according to this treaty condition, the German armed forces must be only 1 lakh. And the last one is high reparation of war. Reparation means compensation of the war. So that means I'll give an example. According to this Treaty of Versailles, the other countries, for example Britain, it has to pay only $10 billion reparation, that is compensation, and the United States have to pay only $15 billion, but the Germany have to pay $33 billion. So this made Germany aggressive, and Germany started having conducting the Second World War. And the second reason I told you, Japan. So since we already learnt in the first lesson, this Japan was following the Western culture. So due to advanced technologies, the German wanted to capture many other countries. That's why this Germany and also Japan were the main reason for the Second World War. Now we'll see this post-war crisis and also the Germany. So here it has mentioned during the war, that is after the First World War, so the Germany faced massive unemployment and also its economic condition went very low. So because of this, there was a wing dictatorship in Italy, Germany and also Spain. So here the Germany, I told you, already experienced high unemployment and also there was a severe inflation in the Germany, and this Germany's currency became worthless. So because of this reason, the Germany was unable to pay the reparation which is given in the Treaty of Versailles. And now we'll move on to the rise of Adolf Hitler. So Adolf Hitler, we already know, he was an aggressive but he was an able leader. He had an oratorical skill. So that means he was able to sway the people with his speech. He promised Germany to get back the army. He promised Germany to return the glorious military. That's why the fundamental platform on which Hitler built his support was racial superiority, and also he decided Aryan race and a deep-seated hatred of Jews. And next we'll move on to alliance and also non-intervention. So here the Second World War took place between two groups, that is alliance and the second one is Axis. So under this allied group we had Britain, France, Russia and US. So this allied group only won the Second World War, and the Axis groups were Germany, Italy and also Japan. And next we'll move on to this Munich Pact. So here the Soviet Union Prime Minister, so his name is Chamberlain, so he concluded this Munich Pact in the year 1938. So what he did, he had impact with the Germany. So in 1939 this Soviet Union independent concluded non-aggressive pact with the Germany. So the continued passive of allied groups and also the reluctant to start building up these armies were also contributed to the extending scale of this World War II.